Howdy folks, my name is Tobias, and today I'm going to be reacting to Bad by ATEEZ. Now, if you're not familiar with my journey with ATEEZ, it's still happening. I'm digging. I believe the last comeback that I reacted to from them was Adrenaline, and that was an EDM bop. I genuinely loved it. I think a lot of people didn't like it, don't really care what other people are saying, so this is another comeback. I thought they were doing trilogies, but this is part 5 of Golden Hour, so let's see. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, some little Latin roots. Ethereal.
Your name stuck on my tongue. No words, but say too much. Every time I wanna go and get gone, you stop me with one touch. 어지러워 너의 그 미소. 눈이 멀어 stuck in your halo. 빠져버린 난 이제 포로. I feel like you feel Latina like. 설렁설렁 her body got the people calling Photoshop. She be going places, wake up in Vegas, now she don't stop. 혼란에 막 가득해. 나도 몰라 어떡해. 내게 빠져 호적돼, 호적돼.
Young sounds so goddamn good.
She's so bad, 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 bad. She's so bad.
Yosung, he's my favorite. I love him.
So bad, 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 bad. She's so bad. Bad, 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 bad. She's so bad.
Oh, he's so cute. I don't know. There was something about that chorus. I didn't feel it immediately. I'm wondering if it's intentional that they're saying bad instead of bad. But I don't know why. We're gonna read the lyrics later, so maybe I'll know why. But it just doesn't click for me. Is it Spanish?
She ready for the room. You know that I'm a river EP member. I don't even smoke, I don't. She rolling so classy like Koi by Cuba. A voice in my head, that's all I wanna hear. Got me writing poems in my zone, Shakespeare. Caught in the web, she a Spidey. 청양고추 vibe, she's spicy. She's so bad, 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 bad. She's so bad. She's so used to warm and fresh, she's Mona Lisa. The way she dancing, looking like a señorita.
Oh, I love his voice. I love that bridge. A pre-chorus. I mean, he hot.
She's so bad.
I do like the additional drum that's in here. Ooh. I feel like you're going Latina. What? I need to read the lyrics. Okay. Not guilty. So someone has to help me here, and these are my first impressions. And I want to preface this by saying that I'm not like super into the lore of ATEEZ. I'm a little confused how this relates to that like multi-universe, the two sides of it. But I also, I would love if someone can like explain the connection here. Goat casting? Someone was assigned as a goat caster, like casting that goat eating, what was it, the celery? I I'm gonna be honest with you all. I love the vocals. I'm not sure if I like the chorus that much. It felt generic a little bit. Like it's almost like I think some of the songs that I relate back to ATEEZ, and these are like more like their older songs, I guess, but even a song like Bouncy I listen to off my channel, they feel very them, like okay, like there's this aspect that like this song can only be performed by ATEEZ. This one feels very reminiscent of a lot of other music that's coming out recently, that it just kind of like blends in with all of these other songs. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's just like where I'm coming from. Okay, so even before going into the lyrics, I have a feeling this is going to be a sensual song. I'm kind of thinking Lemon Drop, In Your Fantasy, and those songs are so good. They're very sexual. So I'm wondering if this one is going to be as sexual. I mean, the chorus is literally, she's bad, 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 bad. Okay, so let's start. So Songhwa says, your name's stuck on my tongue. No words, but say too much. Every time I want to go and get gone, you stop me with one touch. I mean, she's not on his mind, she's not on, you know, in his heart. Like it's the tongue is such a sensual thing. Like I'm thinking the tongue is where the words come out, but it's also where you taste things. Like there's this dichotomy of the tongue being the words and the like two different senses that you're able to do. Like it does bring this more sensuality to it. No words but say too much. I like it, right? It's kind of when people yapper because they're so nervous and they don't really know what to do, and they say so much, but they really are not saying anything because they're so mesmerized and taken back by this person. Every time I want to go and get done, you stop me with one touch. So this is not a good person we're talking about. This is a deceptive, bad person who every time he gets a clear mind, he's like, I need to get out of this bad relationship, this toxic relationship. But all of that goes out of the window the moment she touches him. Like just like a simple touch, like not a grand gesture, not begging, not anything, just like a little touch, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll keep going. Like it's that sort of like capturing that he is finding himself in. Okay, so Yunho says, your smile makes me dizzy. I'm blinded, stuck in your halo. I fall in deeper, now I'm your captive. Okay, so smile makes me dizzy. Like, it kind of goes back to maybe what Songhwa was saying, every time I want to leave and be gone, you stop me with a single touch. Like, just a smile, this simple gesture of a smile, like, makes you incapable of really, like, to me, it's like a physical dizziness, right? Like, you're kind of like a little dizzy is the word, right? But then I'm blinded. Maybe he's blinded by the halo. Like he's in the midst of this halo. She's so bright that his vision kind of gets blurred. And I think maybe he's talking about like from a metaphorical sense, like you're so bright that like I kind of lose the clarity, which is what Songhwa is also talking about, right? Like you can't really think straight when you're around this girl or this woman, and not because she's doing anything big, like she's just being herself. She's just right, she's just being there, but her energy and her aura and her brightness is what's like causing this dizziness and blurredness. And then I fall in deeper, now I'm your captive. So again, it's not choice. Like to me, a captive, like it's like a prisoner, right? Like it's someone that gets captured. It's not like I'm surrendering and being captured by you. Like it's, they're not choosing to be captured. Just like they're not able to leave, not because they don't want to leave, but because they can't leave because they're so mesmerized by this person. Okay, so San says, I feel like if we go Latina like. And I'm gonna be honest with you all, I'm not really sure what they mean. And I wanna read into it. I wanna preface this by saying I'm not Latino. I don't have a lot of like cultural education on it. So like these are assumptions coming from potentially a point of ignorance or like not knowing. But listening to the song, like it did have like Latin roots and like the sort of reggaeton beat that's very prevalent that you hear in a lot of like modern Latin music, at least on the poppier side and the reggaeton. So like maybe that's like I'm reading it and I'm like, it's not a noun, right? Like it's not a Latina. Like I think that they're trying to describe like the vibe of this scenario that they're setting up between them. Maybe it's like the sensation of feeling this way. And I'm thinking like in the cultural context, right? Like Latina, Latin, it's like the heat, the romance, the sensualization of it. Maybe like that's what he's trying to describe. If that is the case, I'm like struggling because I'm feeling two things on the one time. Like obviously it can be seen as cultural appreciation of acknowledging there's these very positive, energetic characteristics tied to the scenic vibe of a culture. But I also find it a little like I don't know how to formulate my words, but like I think what I mean is like by using this word to sort of like create this identity of a vibe of a Latina, it kind of like flattens the nuances or take away the nuances of the word. So to me, that is it's a little odd of a choice considering that no one in ATEEZ are Latino. I think it would have a much different context if someone of a Latin descent had this in their song. But I'm also wondering, like, maybe the producers or the writers had it, so that way it's connected. For me, and again, right, I'm not the expert here. It just feels a little off-putting. Okay, the curves along her body got people calling it Photoshop. So like her body is so good that people think it's real, but it's really fake. Like she looks so good that people's like, oh my god, this has to be Photoshop. It has to be AI. There's no way that she's real. But really, she is real. She'll be going places, waking up in Vegas. Nah, she never stops. I mean, Vegas is known as the city that never sleeps, where dreams keep on dreaming. So she's almost bigger than that. Like Vegas can even keep up with her. Okay, so the chorus of "She's so bad, 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 bad." I think that relates to reggaeton in some way from like my limited knowledge. Run it all night solo, so she doesn't need anyone. She's so bad. Run it all night solo. I mean, yeah. I am like every time I hear the word bad, I think of Michael Jackson. If you haven't heard of the song Bad, you should go check it out. But I remember as a kid watching the short film version of that movie, of that like music video, and I think like what he does really well, right, is he almost like reverses the meaning of bad, right? Where he says like, well, bad is not a bad thing. Like bad is cool, bad is brave, bad is persistent, it's brave. I think they're using the same thing, right? They're not saying she's bad, but hopefully they're saying she's cool. She's right. She doesn't need anyone else. She is independent. She doesn't need a man kind of thing. But it doesn't really fit with some of the lyrics in the first verse, right? It was like, you drive me crazy all night long, crazy with you, wild when you tease, so slow, a dangerous rhythm, it's so thrilling, I shiver, I'm trembling, you're my fragrant amica, amica meaning friend, I believe, a girlfriend, like a female friend, because of the A. Beautiful figure, in Italian, I believe, bella figura is, or maybe it's Spanish too. Carrying that weight, I'm going crazy, ole, my god, so bad. And this is in Korean, then Spanish, then English. And then she's way too beautiful for the room, but you know I'm a real VIP member. I don't even smoke. I don't ooh, but she rolls so classic like a Cohiba Cuban. So what Sun is saying, or maybe this is actually Minky, I think. It's she's pretty, she's beautiful, she's out of his league, she's gorgeous. Like inexplainable in one language, go to the second, still not capable of explaining, so go to the third. Yeah, and but then Hong Jung comes in and essentially saying the opposite of what was said in the first verse in here, right? Like she's way too beautiful for the room, right? But I am actually on par with her because I'm a real BMP member. Like he's almost going against what Songkwa and I believe it was Sun was saying in the beginning, where they were saying, right, like I can't keep up, like she controls me. Like he's saying, no, I'm on par with her. Describing her as a Cohiba Cuban is that's the cigar, right? Those very fancy, iconic Cuban cigars. I'm like, I feel like I understand what they're trying to say, right? Like they're trying to say that there's a specific kind of pleasure and sensual pleasure in having that, right? You're relaxed, you're sitting down. It's almost like high quality pleasure. feels a little. I don't know. I have a weird way when objectification happens because there is like a fine line between where I'm like, yeah, and then also I'm like, oh, right, because at the end, I don't know. I don't know. So the bridge is, yeah, she's used to all those flashes, Mona Lisa. The way she dances, glowing red, hot senorita. I only want you, the euphoria I've been searching for. I dedicate it all to you, Mala Victoria. So let's watch it again. I want to preface by saying that it's hard for me sometimes to record videos where I'm not the biggest fan of the song because I want to be honest, but I also want to be respectful. And I don't want people to use my opinion on one song to define ATEEZ. And I don't think this is a bad song. I just don't think necessarily it's going to be my favorite of theirs. But I just want to preface this. I think reading the lyrics often for me actually brings me more joy to the song. This kind of did the opposite. And I'm like wondering if other people had the same feeling of like, I was just reading the lyrics and it felt a little, yeah, she's so hot. Yeah, she's so beautiful. And what I love about Bad by Michael Jackson is like the empowering anthem of it. And this song feels like an attempt to be empowering for women, but it really just comes off as she is an independent person and all guys find her attractive. But they didn't really talk about, non-physical attributes to the woman. Right? Whereas like I'm understanding Bad in the context of what Michael Jackson brought forward in music as right, like a really empowering term. Essentially insinuating that you're within your social circle, you're something greater, you're better, you're brave. I didn't really get that from this. So I'm sure that people have different opinions and might be upset with me for sharing this. A bird literally just hit my window. But I also want to be honest and have conversation about how I'm feeling because I'm still going to check out the album because every ATEEZ album that I've listened to, my favorite song from those albums are always a B track. So, the album can be entirely different, but let's listen to it again. Maybe I was different. So she has a lot of rings. So meaning she has a lot of men, a lot of people interested in her. It's their 14th mini album. Dream. Is that a hint?
Your name stuck on my tongue. No words but say too much. Every time I wanna go and get gone, you stop me with one touch. 어지러워 너의 그 미소. 눈이 멀어 sucking your halo.
He is so hot. I'm sorry. Yunho is so hot. Ah!
I feel like if we go Latina like Cause along her body got the people calling Photoshop. She be going places with up in Vegas. Now she don't stop.
I see. So far, I'm loving it. I'm loving the beat. I'm loving the vocals. Zan shirt so goddamn good, but he sounds good too.
Her body got the people calling Photoshop. She be going places with up in Vegas. Now she don't stop. She's so hot. She's so hot.
Is this the only part Yosung has? I think so. I'm used to that. It's fine.
She's so hot. She's so hot. She's so hot.
What is he looking like? He's jealous of who?
She's so hot.
Of her or of him?
삐구라 같은 패소 미쳐버려 올래 믿었어 but
I mean, they're hot.
She ready to fight for the room. She know that I'm a River VIP member. I don't even smoke, I don't. She rolling so classy like Koi by Cuba. A voice in my head, that's all I wanna hear. Got me writing poems in my zone, Shakespeare. Caught in a web, she a spidey. 청양고추 vibe, she's spicy. She's so bad, 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 bad. She's so bad. Running on and solo. Bad, 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 bad. She's so bad. Running on and solo. Yeah, she's so used to warm fresh, she's Mona Lisa. The way she dancing, looking when I señorita. 난 너만 바래 내가 찾던 euphoria. 너에게 바치리 나의 victoria.
One of, if not one of the best vocalists of ever. Ever. Free her. She's so bad. There is probably some context that I don't know, and I am a weakling when it comes to it. Sometimes I'll like miss the context of songs. A great example is Queen Card. I did not pick up what that song stood for at all the years ago when it came out. And then when I started understanding, I was like, yeah, this is camp. This is so great. This is one of the best songs ever written. So maybe when I get context about like more deeper of the song, I might end up liking it. But there's a gap right now for me. And that's okay. That happens.
She's so bad. She's so bad. She's so bad. Every day, when she's moving up the tempo, switching up the pace. Love the way she's moving.
Oh, he's...
Yo, I feel like a big Latina like that.
Yo, song, come to the front! Okay, so I'll do my impressions without thinking because that's just gonna be the most honest review. I don't think it's my favorite song of theirs, and I hope that you know that that's totally fine. Doesn't mean it's a bad song, it just means that it's not really for me. I mean, it feels very current with what has been coming out recently. So I don't blame them for going in this direction. Like, I kind of wish I could maybe see some behind the scenes of like what their choice was to go with this. Like, because what I'm liking about ATEEZ and what I've been enjoying about like going back in their discography and learning about their lore is like there is this intentionality between each of their albums that they come out with, each of their title tracks. Like there is this context that really shines light on very deep themes, right? Like there was themes of anarchism and standing up for the government and these things. And lately or recently, I would say that a lot of their songs has shifted and I'm kind of not seeing the connection. And this is purely probably on me. This is like me not being fully up to date of knowing that. So maybe that's a gap that I have to educate myself on. But what did you guys think? I think the song sounds fine. It's not my favorite of theirs. I'm still planning to check out the album just because I like them. So I do want to check out the album, and I'll see if all the songs are gonna sound in like the same realm. But what are you guys thinking? Do you like it? How does it rank on your list? Thank you so much for watching. I am going to be reacting to the album soon, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll see you. Bye.